Where are the most affordable homes in Northern Nevada? Let's explore it. Are you trying to find affordable homes in Northern Nevada right now? I'm going to break down where you should be looking, because if you're only searching Reno or Sparks, you're probably missing some of the best opportunities. In this video, I'm going to show you the most affordable areas in Northern Nevada, what you can expect in each one, and some mistakes that you definitely want to avoid when you're trying to save money. Now, before we jump in, I want to be clear about something. Affordability means different things to different people. So instead of just throwing out random price points, I'm going to break this down by areas where you generally get more value for your money compared to the rest of the market. And I'll also explain the trade-offs, because there's always a reason why something is more affordable. So let's start with one of the most common places people look for affordability in the Reno area. That's going to be the North Valleys. This area includes places like Lemmon Valley, Stead, and Golden Valley. Now, the reason why these areas are more affordable is because they're further from central Reno and major job centers. But the upside is you can typically get more house for your money compared to South Reno or areas closer to downtown. You'll find a lot of new construction, larger homes for the price, probably on smaller lots, and more availability in that entry-level price range. And that entry-level price range right now is right around the 400s to 500,000 price range. The trade-off is going to be the commute times. Now, if you're working in South Reno, the industrial center, or even Midtown, that drive can add up fast, especially during peak hours. And I will note that right now we are having major road construction out north. That 395 North Corridor has been under construction. They are hopefully coming to completion here in the next year and a half, I'm hoping. Once that's done, this may impact the new construction in that area, where I could predict or personally see the prices going even higher, and that entry-level price point might jump out of that $400,000 range and enter strictly into the $500,000 range for a standalone home. So North Valleys are great if more house for your money, you don't mind the commute, and it's just gonna get better because the construction will be over, or you work remotely. But if convenience is a top priority for you, this might not be the best fit. Next up, we have Fernley. And this is one that a lot of buyers overlook at first. Now, Fernley is about 30 to 40 minutes east of Reno, and because of that distance, prices tend to be noticeably lower. Fernley is a small town. You still have some local shopping, and you're gonna wanna visit that area to know exactly what will fit your needs best. So what I like about Fernley is you can get a lot more home for the price. There's a mix of new construction as well as older homes. It's growing rapidly, so this lends to a lot of long-term potential. But again, there's a trade-off. You are sacrificing proximity to Sparks and Reno. So if you're commuting every day, you really need to factor this into your decision-making if you're going to purchase in Fernley. So Fernley's a great option if you're priced out of Reno. If you're priced out of Reno and Sparks, you want more space, or you don't need to be in the city every day. Now, another option people don't initially consider, but should, is Dayton. Dayton is located just east of Carson City, and it's kind of a middle ground between Carson and places like Fernley when it comes to pricing. What I like about Dayton is you can still find affordable homes compared to Carson. There's a mix of newer construction, a lot of it, and established neighborhoods. And you're not as far out or far away from Sparks and Reno as you would be if you go to Fernley and then Fallon. Here, you're gonna get a little bit more balance between price and location. Now, the trade-off with Dayton is gonna be, it still has a quieter, more rural feel, and there's not as much in terms of shopping or amenities that you would have right in town. Now, most people living in Dayton are commuting to Carson City for work, groceries, and day-to-day needs. There is a little bit of shopping in Dayton, but you're pretty limited. So Dayton is a great option if you still want to be relatively close to Carson City and you're okay with a smaller town feel. Minden and Gardnerville. Now, Minden and Gardnerville are a little bit different. Now, these areas can be affordable depending on what you're looking for, but they're not always cheap. What you're paying for here is space, land, and a quieter lifestyle. There are still some affordability when you're looking for townhomes in this area. If you're looking in specific neighborhoods that are more well established, you can still get those more reasonable prices. But the new construction has pushed over the $600,000 range for sure. You're always going to be able to find things depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a fixer-upper or something a little bit smaller, I still see affordability in Minden and Gardnerville. But if your goal is for more land and more privacy or getting out of a dense city environment, then this can still be a great value for what you're getting. It's just a different type of affordable. Now, here are some big mistakes that I see buyers make when they're looking for affordability. Number one, they're only looking at price, not lifestyle. Saving money on the home doesn't always make sense spending more time commuting or giving up things that matter to you. When we're talking about commute times, we're talking about probably 40 minutes to an hour, depending on which direction you're going and where you're trying to get. That's a long commute time for traveling from central located areas like Reno or Sparks to Lemmon Valley to Fernley, or Dayton, or Minden and Gardnerville. And now number two, buyers don't always physically explore the areas before they buy. What looks good online can feel completely different in person. And number three, they just wait too long. Affordable areas tend to get competitive quickly because that's where the most demand is. In my next video, I plan on doing a market update. Market updates are only going to be as good for a very short period of time, but I do want to do a market update because things are shifting so very quickly here this year, first quarter in 2026. We are very low on inventory, and the buyers in the market have decided that they are no longer willing to wait to get into the game. A lot of the sellers are no longer hanging on to that low interest rate that they may have had for a while, and there are reasons for them to move. So things are moving, and we're seeing a lot more multiple offer situations on affordable houses, as well as over $1 million homes or things that are priced just right, or if these homes or listings are priced just under market value in a great area and have a lot of potential, we are seeing a lot more buyer activity. So that's in the next video. So if you're trying to figure out where you can actually afford to buy in Northern Nevada, and more importantly, where you should buy based on your situation, reach out to me directly. Book that time on my calendar, please. I'll help you narrow it down so you're not just finding a cheap home, you're finding the right one.